What's going on, guys? So I'm out in the RV today. Picked a day that it was below 80 degrees outside. This is like the first day we've had in a while it's been below 80 degrees. I did that because I knew it was going to be hot out here. I was going to have to shut everything down, turn the power off, in order to make all the connections that I needed in order to get the inverter put back in. If you watched the video that we posted here just a little while ago where we actually fixed the inverter, we put those MOSFETs in, and I'll link to that video up here for you. You can go back and watch it. But we fixed our Aims inverter, stopped it from beeping. It had failed when we were in Alaska. And if you haven't been keeping up, just to recap real quick, when the inverter failed, it has an internal transfer switch. And because the inverter wouldn't power up and actually cycle through and start working, the transfer switch wouldn't work. So we couldn't get power out to the receptacles where the TV and stuff like that was plugged in. The only way I could do that was to disconnect the inverter, take the wiring and stuff out of it, and hardwire it back together, kind of makeshift with some wire nuts and a lot of tape, and just to get us going. I mean, it was a quick fix while we were on the road. We were actually leaving Alaska to come back home at that point. So now we're back home. I have the inverter fixed. I've got it installed back in. I'll post a link to the install video and the wiring diagram videos. They're all on our channel still. You'll be able to go back and reference those if you need to. But the key thing that I did this time is I actually put pigtails on the inverter. And I'm going to flip the camera around and get a light in here and show you what I'm talking about with the pigtails. So if we ever have this problem again, all I have to do is power the inverter off, disconnect these pigtails, plug them directly together, and it's a done deal. Don't have anything to worry about. We can just switch back over to regular power with the inverter out of the loop and be quick and simple. So give me just a second to get the camera turned around, get a light set up in there, and I'll show you what I got done. Here we go, guys. This is what we've got. You can see back here, I got these two pigtails coming out. This is the output side of the inverter. This is the input side for the inverter. So basically what it is these are twist lock 15 amp connectors. I intentionally wired it like this. You'll notice that the female plug is the one coming from the panel box itself. That way, if this thing were to somehow come unplugged, these tabs would not be energized laying down in here in the compartment and cause a fire or something to that extent. So I purposely wired this way. That in turn meant that I had to switch the plugs back and forth in order to make sure that I had different plugs for each one. But basically it's just a pair. And what you'll see right here is just these two plugs. If I can get them lined up, once we plug them in, like I said, if I can get them lined up, there's a lock tab in there that has to be lined up. Once those are locked together like that, we have completed the circuit as if the inverter was not there. So if we do have a problem further down the road, the inverter fails or whatever, we've got this solution. So now, by unplugging this, I can actually take and plug into my pigtail, and this is the input side of the inverter. So we've got that plugged in. Now this is the output side going out to the RV. Plug it in, lock it in place, and now we have power flowing through the transfer switch of the inverter back here, coming out and then going out to everything inside of the RV. Now right now, we don't have any power, but if we reach over and we turn the inverter on, you should be able to hear the fan running. I think I got the camera close enough. But right now we're supplying power out to the TVs. And I see the red light on the TV in there. So our inverter is operational. We are back up and working. And should we have a problem, we have these pigtails in here that we're going to be able to switch out and put back together to just complete this solid line that's inside of here. Now, I ran these with SO cord. It's basically stranded wire. This is rated for 20 amps, both of these cords. They're hardwired into the inverter and pigtailed out with the plugs. And then these are the two 14-2 lines coming out of the RV. One is power supply and one is power output. Relatively simple, guys. I hope this helps you. I'm gonna flip the camera back around now. All right, guys, I hope this helps you out. This was my idea that I put together to be able to try and set this up to where if we do have a problem when we're traveling on the road, we're gonna have a quick fix for it and we can bypass that inverter just like we did coming home from Alaska. Hopefully the inverter is gonna hold up and do just fine. I put all new MOSFETs in it, so hopefully that's gonna take care of it and it's gonna last. Time will tell. If it does fail, I'll do a video and update it with whatever we change it out with and explain that it failed. But other than that, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Please stick with us. We're going to be coming to you with a bunch more videos. Everything from the RV to reviews, unboxings, all kinds of stuff that we're trying to put together and put out. And give us a thumbs up. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you have questions or comments, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. Thanks, guys.